your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. AML Foods Limited, the parent company of Solomon's Fresh Market, recognizing their employees this past Tuesday. It was dubbed Supermarket Employee Day. This year marks the second year that the company has taken the initiative as a Bahamian grocery chain to recognize their employees who provided frontline assistance to its customers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Human Resources Manager of AML Foods Freeport, Tanya Russell, says Solomon's Freeport branch considered it most important to highlight staff members at this time.
We usually have a quarterly celebrations where we celebrate Employee of the Month and Manager of the Quarter, but we could not let this day go by without recognizing our employees, because today is known worldwide for Supermarket Employee Day. We look for those employees who were outstanding throughout the year, those who are always willing and interested to learn, to help. You know, they represent the company well in every area. Those who are productive, those who are honest, who operate with integrity, those who have potential for advancement, those are the persons who we recognize.
Now, a number of employees received prizes such as an all-expense paid cruise ticket and even cash prizes. A small celebration was held at the store in Lucaya and employees were thrilled.
During today, especially since they knew it was coming up, they geared themselves up for this, and I like a good hype. Like I said, we work hard, so we play hard, and I like to have fun and to laugh, so I want my employees to do the same thing, because when we celebrate our employees and they have to go the extra mile, it makes it that much more easier for them to do that.
While the local technical institute continuing its mission to create greater awareness about careers in the technical field, the institute has teamed up with other stakeholders to help get the message out. Sabrina Brown reports.
Under the theme Training Tomorrow's Workforce, Ruthnell Technical Institute is continuing its efforts to advance technical education through a one-day seminar. Guest speaker Raynor Watkins, a businessman out of Abaco, told the young people of the importance of being properly trained for a technical career.
If they get the certification and now they're certified in carpentry, maybe they go on and then they become certified in electrical and then masonry. Now they're on the path to being able to sit the exams after they've done a couple projects to become not just a carpenter but now a certified building contractor. So the certification process is a very important part of it, and this is the first step. And it's good to see that an institute such as the one that Mr. Lancy and his staff are running here is pushing to get these young people back in it, because look at what happened to us with Dorian. Now we've got Mexicans in Baker's Bay because we don't have sufficient people to do all of the rebuilding on all of the keys, on all of the islands and all of the different parts of Abaco.
It would appear that more females are now choosing careers in technical areas. Sonadia Smith is the first female heavy equipment operator at Bahama Rock.
Growing up, I used to watch my dad operate equipments down at the Freeport Harbor, and you know, that's something that I always dreamt of doing. You know, I wanted to give it a try, give it a shot, and so for me now, being able to stand here and say, you know what, this is actually it, I'm actually doing it, it's quite a privilege.
President and CEO of the National Lead Institute, Troy Clark, is assisting Ruthnell with its job readiness program.
We will screen individuals. We will create an assessment and a treatment plan for those individuals, giving them the skill sets, soft skills, how to actually become leaders, how to deal with patients, how to deal with conflicts, how to be on time. And actually, we use what we call MRT, Moral Recognition Therapy. That's one of the leading cognitive behavioral treatment program, and that's teaching individuals how to make better life decisions.
Business student Adriana Latour and welding student Tramika Moxie say the forum was empowering.
This will help me good because what I wanted to do, she was talking about it, but I want to be an entrepreneur and own my business one day.
When the females came in and talk about how they're making it inside these type of works, I took in a lot because I am a female welder, and being a female welder, most females do not do that. So just knowing that I can make it further than just being here or being a doing hair or nails, that I can make it far in this work.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Direct Talk with host David Wallace is broadcasting live from the Turks and Caicos Islands this week, showcasing the unique features of those islands, a British overseas territory. Well, our Jamila Mizik is traveling with the team, and tonight she takes a look at a popular water sport among visitors to the TCI, and it is called kiteboarding. Here's Jamila Mizik.
It is an extreme water sport that many visitors like to experience when they come to Turks and Caicos Island, but they say the best place to do it is right here on Long Bay Beach. When we arrived to Long Bay Beach, there were quite a number of persons kiteboarding, but what does it take to get up there? Well, first, the basics.
This is the handle the kite. It controls the kite. And on the bar handle, you also get the safety line. The safety line is hooked on the strap. It's not a belt, it's named a harness with a safety pin and a safety piece if you release the kite inside of it. Just for safety procedure, you release it, the kite goes and it don't drift you away.
How long does it usually take an average person to learn how to do something like this?
Well, it depending, Some people for first 3 hours, they get up on the board, they start riding. But to say professionalism, it took more than 10, 12 hours to say you're really riding a kite.
So you've had persons who've come for days trying to learn how to do it?
A day and they get up on board, and you got some people just 12 to 15 hours and still can't get up on the board.
Andrew Nicely, a visitor from Washington, D.C., says it is his 4th time visiting TCI, and he keeps coming back for the kiteboarding on Long Bay Beach.
Well, what makes Long Bay very special for kiteboarding is the very large open bay and the fact that the water stays shallow very, very far out off of shore. So if you're learning to kiteboard, you don't have to worry about drowning while you're out there. You can still stand on the bottom and hold your kite and learn safely. And of course, it's the beautiful turquoise water.
16-year-old William Nicely explains how it feels to kiteboard successfully.
It's very exhilarating because it takes you a lot of tries and you keep going and you're going to have a few failures and sometimes you'll go face plants and you have to sort of spend a few hours learning and failing until you can finally succeed. And the first time that you're up and you feel yourself get pulled forward, but it feels, instead of feeling like the pull is pulling you down, it feels like it's pulling you up and you really feel like you're flying forward. It's just a fantastic feeling, and it's exhilarating to feel like the success of having the wind work with you instead of having it work against you.
And William says he believes anyone can do it.
Yeah, it's shocking because it looks like it would be a really challenging thing to do, but there are 80-year-olds who can come out and kiteboard and they have to do the same learning process as anyone else, but if they have the determination to spend an hour or two learning it, then an 80-year-old, even if they're, as long as they can stand and are active people, then they can get up and do kiteboarding. So it's not reserved for only, reckless young people.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Great story, Jamila. We hope you're having a lot of fun. Now to your Wednesday evening sports check with our Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. The Bahamas Junior National Tennis Team is currently in El Salvador representing the Bahamas. But let's start this one off with track and field right here in Grand Bahama. Fast Track Athletic Track Club is gearing up for the season. Even with no official track meet in sight for Grand Bahamas yet, Coach Perez Cooper is hopeful about the future.
Track season this year has been real different from a traditional year. We try to stay motivated by the kids being incentivized by trying to make this Carifta team. What we do to fit these times is we have 2 practices. We have a smaller practice in the morning and a smaller practice in the afternoon to keep the kids socially distanced and have the best effort in practice.
In the meantime, athletes and coaches on Grand Bahama are finding ways to make it work.
Because this is a different type of year and there's no track meets here, and we still want to keep kids motivated and ready for Carifta and Carifta possibly make the team, we have found ways to have time trials. So what we'll do is on the time trial, we take 4 events at a time with small groups of athletes and put them on the track and time them. So it's like dress rehearsals, so say. No people from the stands, just your club, and you're going against the clock trying to make the best of it all.
Moving on from track and field to tennis, the Bahamas junior national team is currently in El Salvador competing at the 2022 North Central American and Caribbean Pre-Qualifying World Junior Tennis Tournament. Both Rachel Thompson and Jarrell Carroll, whom are from Grand Bahama, was named to the team. The Bahamas is playing in Pool C, where they took on Honduras. On day 1, Team Bahamas won 3-0 over Honduras. On day 2, the girls were in action, where Sarai Clark won 6-1 and 6-2. Breanne Ferguson lost her match, which split the singles. Now with the singles being split, Clark and Ferguson paired up in the doubles, where they won 6-2 and 6-1. Both the boys and girls will play next, with hopes of solidifying a playoff spot in the tournament. And finally, in sports and women's college basketball, Coach Yo and our Ole Miss Lady Rebels took down the University of Arkansas Razorbacks 70-62 to improve to 21-6 on the season. Up next, Lady Rebels will take on Auburn Tigers later this week before wrapping up its regular season on Sunday versus the number 1 ranked team in the country, the University of South Carolina. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.